In total, there are like 6 meetings.
Six meetings.
6 meetings.
6 meetings you have attended. So you are a member of which committees in the board?
I am a member of the Environment Committee and member for HR Committee.
Environment?
And HR.
And HR.
Yes.
How many meetings of the human HR have you attended?
3, probably. I think 3.
Sorry?
3.
3.
Yeah.
The environment?
Environment, 3.
3.
Yeah.
Now, so you confirm the list that you've submitted here that you attended all the meetings.
Yeah, though there are some, like 2 meetings, I just made a technical appearance and left because I had a small baby. That is the meeting that was held on 21st March 2019. And
21st?
March 2019.
Yes.
And on 12th April 2019. The 2 meetings that follow each other.
See, the fact that you attended,
Yeah, I attended.
whether you left
I left.
early, you were there.
Yeah.
And so you are bound by whatever decisions that were made by that.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So even if land was sold and you did append your signature of presence, you are bound by it.
Because I was present.
What are the agenda? What are the agendas that were deliberated on those 2 specific meetings?
On 21st, they were talking about the report. Okay, it was actually the KUSP program's progress. Then there was the integrated development plan for the municipality, a strategic plan, then the budget presentation and discussion, and then the citizen forum and way forward for the municipality.
Okay. So, since you were inaugurated as a board,
Yes.
do you feel the board has done its functions?
Not really. To some extent, not yet.
Give us 3 things that the board that has done under its functions.
Pardon?
3. Can you be able to identify 3 functions that the board has been able to do?
That we've done or we have not done?
That you have done.
That we've done as the board.
Yes.
Okay, the board since inception, we've been able to sit on several meetings and discuss on the maybe things like transfer of functions from the executive, and then the issue of passing the management policy for solid waste management policy. That was passed in the subcommittee that I sit and forwarded to the full board. We passed that one. And then what else has the board done? And maybe to follow the progress on the KUSP projects. We've just been inquiring about the KUSP projects, their progress, and how they are going on.
So specifically on the solid waste, now that you're a member of the environment,
Yes.
you said that you have been able to do a policy. Has it been approved by the board?
By the board, yes, it was approved.
Is it being implemented?
Yeah.
What 2 aspects of the environmental policy you feel that are being implemented? An example?
The 2 aspects of?
Aspects of the policy.
The solid waste management.
Yes.
What has been implemented? Yeah, the issue of sewer lines, extension of sewer lines,
Yes.
and the issue of what? I think it's just sewer lines so far, and
Okay.
maybe the issue of what garbage collection.
As a member of the HR committee,
Yes.
how many staff does the municipality have? And does the municipality pay them salaries? Do they supervise? Or do they respond to report to the manager?
They report to the manager, The staff report to the manager. They have the staff, I think they are almost 212. That is the last time I checked. There were 212. Some were permanent and some were on contract basis. And they all report to the manager, but their payroll is being done from the county.
So the municipality does not hold any payroll?
They don't.
Now, do you feel that there is harmony in the board? Is the board a working board?
The board is supposed to be working, but there is no harmony between the board and the executive as such, because these functions are actually supposed to be left to the municipality board to run on themselves. But as things are now, everything is being run by the mother department and the executive from the other side of the county.
So then you having read and understood the municipality charter?
Yes.
And the municipal act?
Yes.
What action have you taken as a board member to the fact that the municipality seems not to be working?
Okay, we've been trying to talk to the executive actually to surrender all the functions that are supposed to be done by the municipality. But as things are, they are not willing. There is no goodwill. Nobody is willing to surrender those functions to the municipality. And I don't think we can use force for them to give us the functions.
So can we qualify to say the board is moribund?
No, it's not moribund.
Because it's not functioning.
It's functioning in some areas, though the functions are not, because everything is being run by the mother department.
Exactly. So if everything is being done by the mother department, then the board is not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Because there is no goodwill from the executive.
So there is no goodwill.
It's the word of the executive to say,
yes,
transfer these functions to the municipality as the way they are in the charter.
Has the board applied for those functions to be transferred?
We have.
You have?
Yes.
You can confirm that?
Yes.
Now, on the same.
Yes.
So where is the biggest problem? Is it the members themselves? Is it the manager? Is it the CC in charge of administration? Is it the CC for finance?
It is the executive, all of them. The CC in charge of finance, the CC in charge of administration, and even the executive itself, the big people in the system. Because who
are these big people? They are big people have titles in the county structure.
The executive.
The executive. Yeah. The executive in this case, you mean that is headed by the governor and the cabinet that brings on board all cabinet. So then.
And the departments that actually got the functions of the municipality.
Are you aware when you began? Yes. Your board, the composition of the board, is it still the same as of today?
No.
What has happened?
There were some changes that were made towards the end of last year.
Yes.
Some board members were told to resign.
Were told to resign?
Yes.
By who?
By the executive, because there was a new
executive. The executive.
Executive here is the governor, because there was a new act.
Yes.
That had changed. So the governor called all of us and told us if we were aware of the new act, and we said yes, all of us have seen it, and that he was to reconstitute the board according to the new act.
Yes.
Yes.
So do you feel that the changes were within the law?
Not so sure about the changes.
You're a board member, and the board is where you're expected to over service. Yeah. And so if there is any changes, you should be concerned as a board member.
We were concerned, yes, because initially there was a law that reconstituted the same board, and then there was the change of the same law that is coming to say again the other members should be removed from the board.
Were you shown any document that was advising the change of the board?
Yeah, there was an advisory from the AG.
Did you see it yourself?
I saw it.
Do you have a copy?
No, I don't, but I saw it that time.
How did you see it? Was it copied to every board member?
No, it was not copied to every board member, but when we were in the full board meeting, we were shown.
So who was sent home? Or who was told to resign?
Eileen, who was in charge of local urban, Kashmir Sang for Juakalish, and Emily Sigot.
Sorry?
Emily Sigot, Kashmir Sang, and Eileen.
Kashmir, Eileen, and Emily.
Yes.
Now, you are in the board representing which interest?
Representing the Neighborhood and Landlords Association.
Kashmir?
Kashmir was representing the Juakali sector.
The informal sector.
Yeah.
Did the act change?
No, it didn't change.
So why was Kashmir told to resign?
The issue of qualification.
Sorry?
It was issue to do with qualifications.
What was it about the qualification?
The qualifications were somebody should be a holder of diploma and maybe a degree.
Kashmir didn't have that.
I'm not so sure if he had or he didn't have, but.
Okay. What about Eileen?
Eileen, the sector he was representing was scrubbed off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emily?
Emily, she was representing the 4 people who came in as professionals.
Sorry?
She came in as a professional, women professionals.
Yes.
And then they were told one of them, they had to remain 3. So one of them had to relinquish.
It was who? Emily and who were representing the professionals?
There was Emily, Geoffrey Koros, Janet Keeley, and Dr. Lagat.
So, how did, if they were supposed to be to reduce the number of people representing the professionals, it was supposed to reduce. How did you arrive at?
I don't know how they arrived at Emily.
So who indicated clearly that Emily to resign?
It was the governor himself.
It was the governor himself.
Yes.
So the decision was by the governor.
Yes.
Okay. Honorable Cynthia.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. And I'm sorry I was out and about. Sorry for coming late. Now I only have a question or two for Ruth. So Ruth, now that you're still a member of the board,
Yes.
and you're aware that it is the responsibility of the board to be able to develop and implement an IDP, an integrated development plan, which is known as IDEP in this county. I want to know from you how you were involved as a board member in preparation of the said document, all through to the process where you were able to adopt it as a document that is owned by the board or the municipality. And again, you tell me about the originator of the document. Ideally, from the functions or responsibilities of a board, one of them should be to originate any plans that concern the municipality. So I would like to know from you who is the originator of the same said document. And yeah, just that.
Okay, thank you. About the IDEP, there was the issue of timelines, because what Waziri came and told us is that for us to qualify for this KUSP second batch, we needed an IDEP. That is when she mentioned about the formation of the IDEP. And she told us that because of the matter of urgency, they were going to extract some parts of the CIDP, which was used by the county, to be used to represent to the Kenya Urban Support Programs for us to qualify for the next funding.
Just before you continue, Chair.
Yes.
So are you telling this committee that the document by the name IDEP, Kapsabet Municipality IDEP, is an extract of the Nandi County
CIDP?
CIDP
yes,
plan?
CIDP.
Yes, that was the initial plan. That was an advice, actually. That is what Waziri advised the board members, that they needed an IDEP urgently. And for that matter, they were going to extract the CIDP, part of the CIDP, to use it to qualify for the funds.
Just there, who was going to extract the CIDP, the IDEP from the CIDP?
I think the technical team in the municipality, but not the board members. Yes. And then That was just an advice. I don't know how they went about it. And then finally we came and we were told, she came and we were told we had qualified for the second batch of that money. But what we now need to do is to come up with our own integrated development plan. So when she said that, she was like, we need to have a consultancy firm that is going to do the IDEP for the municipality. So she told us again, because of timelines and the urgency of the IDEP, we cannot start doing the procuring entity and everything, doing the procurement of the thing. She told us there's an institution called JACWAT, and they had an MOU with JACWAT, an existing MOU with JACWAT as a county. So she told us that JACWAT will do the integrated plan for us. But okay, as it is, some members were not satisfied about the issue of just bringing JACWAT on board to do the IDEP for us. But Waziri said because it was urgent and we needed it urgently, there was no time, so JACWAT, because of the MOU they had, that is how JACWAT came in to do the IDEP for us. And JACWAT came in, they met with the planning committee. I don't know what they discussed there, but the planning committee was supposed to forward the IDEP to the full board meeting for us to go through, and then we either approve it or reject it, and that is it.
So was that as the committee on planning reported to the board, and as the board approved the IDEP?
The board didn't approve the IDEP, it didn't approve it. It just told the technical team to go and look into it, make some changes, and then bring it back for the board to approve and adopt.
So which document was submitted to World Bank or KUSB for you to qualify? Which document?
That draft that was extracted from the CIDP.
So which was approved by the board?
Yes. No, we didn't approve.
How does it proceed from the board to represent the interest of the board or the resolution of the board to World Bank? And yet it is not approved?
We didn't approve it because it was just a draft, but they used it and they qualified for it.
So who used it?
The executive and the technical team.
Who is this technical team that is being kept?
The technical team are the people who work with the manager and the...
Was it approved by, was this team constituted by the board?
No.
So how does it report to the board if it's not a creation of the board?
The team even is not reporting to us, it's reporting to Waziri.
It's reporting to?
Waziri.
So the technical team in the board is the one now that is operating as a board to the CC. Because the CC is supposed to be getting resolutions from the board. In this case, it is getting resolutions from a technical team. The technical team is supposed to inform
by the board.
The board. Then the board resolves for the CC to implement.
That is how it should be.
So the board has been replaced by a technical team.
You know, the board only comes once in 3 months' time. So
fine,
most of the things we find they have already been done. It's just for us to be told this and this has gone.
But that technical team is supposed to report to you for you to approve for any action.
Yeah, sure, they should.
So does that qualify that the board has been replaced by a technical team?
No.
Because if the technical team is informing the CEC, who takes action, then comes now to inform the board. That is exactly what has happened.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So the technical team has been replaced replaced the board.
Not really. Not really.
No, you are in agreement with me that ordinarily the technical team
was
should
supposed to report to us.
Yes.
For us to
resolve
and check it.
So that the CC resolves, implements. In this case, the technical team in the municipality is informing the CC, who acts then informs the board.
Yeah.
Isn't that what is happening?
That is what is happening.
In practice, that's what is happening.
Yeah.
In law, it should be the other way.
It should be the other way.
So when you do that, it then means it has been replaced or supplemented for that case by the technical team. Honorable Cynthia?
Honorable Chair, it is very interesting. Now we mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and then 7 to 1, and then 3 to 4 to 7. Now, Ruth, I would want to, of course, I'm in possession of minutes of a meeting that was held on 9th of April. This meeting was a video conference, allegedly at 10:30 a.m.
Yes.
And of course, the agendas, of course, you were present. You were present on that meeting as a member. And of course, the people who were absent with apologies, one is the CEC administration. And the agendas, there were only one agenda, which is agenda number 2, to discuss and adopt integrated development plan, the IDEP. Now, did you adopt that document?
We didn't.
Okay, you did not adopt that document on that particular sitting.
Yeah, we didn't.
So as it stands and as per your knowledge, you have not adopted any IDP.
Exactly.
Thank you.
What was the resolution of that meeting?
Changes to be made, some few changes to be made to the IDEP and then be brought back to the meeting.
So if it is indicated here that it was approved,
No, it wasn't.
would that be misinterpretation or misrepresentation of facts?
Yes.
Chair, allow me to add on that. So I am just privileged to be able to have the minutes. So the last statement of the said minutes, it says that the members, after lengthy deliberation and consideration, adopted the documents with amendments to be made. And of course, it was proposed by Philip Towed and seconded by David Busiane. So you want to disown these minutes?
No, they didn't adopt it. The amendments were to be made and then be brought back for us to adopt.
Have you met after
But we
that?
approved it as a working document, but not adopting it. It is just approving it and then make the changes
No,
and
no.
then we bring.
You get it. You should be able to understand this far, Ruth. The wording in that minute, that's what I asked you. I asked you early before even Honorable Cynthia was able to read.
Yes.
That if it is indicating that it is adopted, will it be misrepresentation of facts?
Yes.
So would you then, at this point, say that that is not the true reflection of the resolutions of the board?
Yes. Nobody adopted it.
Nobody adopted.
Yes.
So, honorable members, I think that one is something to be noted, that the minutes indicating that it was adopted, and Member Ruth confirms otherwise.
Maybe, Chair,
Honorable Koech?
just a few questions to Ruth.
Yes.
From what you are saying, it seems that the board has been just being there. It has not been doing what is supposed to be done. How have you as a board member, or even as a team, try to address or even sought your independence? How have you done so?
We as a team, we've really tried on several occasions to get the attention of the executive to transfer all these functions of the board to the board. We've done it even through writing, and we've done it.
You've done through writing.
Yes.
Do you have a written kind of complaint or?
No, it's in the minutes that we had requested. It's in the minutes for which transfer of functions.
Which meeting?
Which meeting was that?
As you peruse through, you possibly would also want to answer as you peruse through to that.
Yes.
That having sat in that board for that long, the projects that are currently ongoing, was it approved by the board?
The projects that are ongoing, We found them already in place. It was just us to take over from somewhere. But
So it was already in place.
yeah, it was already.
So did the board participate in the procurement or the tendering process for the works?
No, we didn't.
You did not.
Yes.
Has the board ever visited the sites of the projects?
As a team, not yet, but maybe on individual basis or on, yes, I sometimes pass and see what is going on.
So on your individual capacity, you have been able to pass to check on the projects. What is your view of the work?
The works, since inception, they have been very slow. But the reason they gave us is that they needed approval from the relevant departments, like the ones for the non-motorized walkways, the ones for the high masts, and the others, they started a bit earlier, and they are ongoing.
Are they within the contract time?
No. The contract time elapsed, but they requested for extension.
So that extension, the request for extension, was it approved by the board?
No,
It was not approved by the board.
it was not
Then how will they continue with the work without the approval of the board?
through the project manager.
Sorry?
Through the project manager.
But the project manager reports to the board.
Project manager.
Is the
not-
project manager superior to the board?
They're not superior to the board, but these projects of these KUSP projects of the financial year 2018-2019, actually, because we found them ongoing, we were just told to just continue with where they had reached. But
continuing means taking over from there.
yes, to oversee the projects going on. But
Exactly. Overseeing means everything should be reported to the board. So the project manager made a decision to extend without
without the board.
approval of the board.
Yes. The project manager gave the extension because.
Now, has the board ever raised a concern about that?
No,
Not in any meeting.
not in any meeting.
Who is the project manager in reference?
Was it Odenyo?
Sorry?
Odenyo.
Lodenyo.
Yeah, Odenyo.
Lodenyo.
Yeah.
Who assigned him the task of being the project manager?
I don't know. I found him as a project manager for the KUSP program.
And has the board ever engaged Lodenyo?
No.
Has he ever appeared before the board?
No,
Or even any of the committees?
no.
Still confirms the initial statement of the technical team
Working with the,
is now doing the responsibilities that should have been done by the board.
we are told those things are not supposed to be done actually by the board because we are only sitting once in 3 months' time. So we are told we have people, the technical team is working on our behalf.
It is okay, Ruth.
Yes.
The technical team is appointed and tasked
Yes.
by the board through the manager. They report to the board through the manager or through the various committees.
Yes.
Then the various committees and the manager reports the full board. Then the full board resolves on the committee reports, which they have engaged the technical team. Then they are able now to report both to the executive and to the county assembly.
That one has not happened.
But you know that's how it should be, isn't it?
Yes.
So we are in agreement that the board is dysfunctional.
It's not dysfunctional, it's functional.
How can it function and yet it is not doing its job?
They've not been given the.
It is dysfunctional.
It is functional. Because we are still in place and we are overseeing the project through our technical team.
How are you overseeing the project even if the technical team that you're saying through the technical team does not report to the board?
Reports, the manager will brief us on the progress reports.
That's why I'm saying. So the report that should have been brought to the board then included this, the request for extension,
Yes.
which will have been approved by the board, which you have said was not approved. So the contractor, as per the board, is on site illegally.
No.
Yes, by law. The contract time elapsed and the board has not approved or has not been made aware of the request for extension. So technically, the contractor is on site illegally.
Yes.
You are a contractor yourself. That we know.
Yes.
Would that be an interpretation that you understand?
Yes.
So it is true the contractor is on site illegally.
Because they requested through the project manager, I don't think it's illegal.
Fair enough. Let's go that way. If, as a contractor,
Yes,
who you don't shy away from saying you're one, isn't it?
yes,
Would you want to shy away from that?
no,
So through the project, assuming now that when you have a project, say road construction project, you have the site engineer,
Yeah.
right?
yes,
Now the site engineer, if you want to seek extension
yes,
of the contract time,
yes,
you request through him. But when he delivers the letter of approval, is it signed off by the site engineer?
no.
It's signed off by who?
The procuring entity. That
Procuring entity, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is exactly what you're talking about in this case. So the project manager does not approve.
But still, we did not procure as the board.
So you did not procure as the board.
Yes,
So did but you oversee it.
yes,
It was handed over to you to oversee from where you found it,
yes.
which you are not doing. The board has not been doing.
We've been doing.
You have not been doing. Clearly from your statement. Now, away from that, you say that you've been able to visit the sites as an individual.
Yes.
What is your assessment?
The works are ongoing, though a bit slow, the way I had said initially.
Out of 10, how do you rate it?
Depending on the different projects, like the Juakali shades in the other side, I would say maybe it's 60%.
60%?
Yeah. And then there's the abolition block in the stage. That one is, I think, it's almost done, 85 to 90%.
Okay.
And then the non-motorized actually is the one that was lacking behind. But I see, from now I'm seeing on what the works are going on, and maybe the percentage, maybe 30 to 40. Not yet. The high mast, I'm not so sure about the high mast because I've not visited those sides. The street lights are maybe also 40%.
40%? How much money was allocated to Kapsait municipality by KUSP?
177 million.
177 million. So far, how much has been spent from that money?
I'm not so sure how much has been spent. Because
It has never been communicated to the board.
Yeah, because you know, when you do the work, you raise part payments for what you've done. So far we don't know what has been paid and what has not been paid.
Does the municipality hold an account? A bank account?
The municipality, no. The municipality, I don't know. I'm not so sure about the municipality's account.
You're not
Everything
so sure.
is done from the county.
So as a board, even when you sit,
Yes.
you've never been asked, you've never been able to discuss the issue of the accounts and financials.
There was
of
an account that was supposed to be opened that would have been run by the manager and CC Finance and maybe CEO. But I'm not so sure if the account was opened. But we discussed one time about the account. Yeah, there was a discussion about opening.
So there was their feedback that there is an account now that is operating.
Yeah, there was a feedback that there is an account that was opened. But
So you are not aware of any account?
yeah. No, I'm aware there is an account, but I don't
Who are
know
the
if
signatories?
It's supposed to be the manager and
Suppose is different.
supposed to be the manager. I'm sure is one of their signatories. The manager and the CC Finance and CEO Finance.
You're talking about suppose. Is that exactly what's happening?
Yes, that is what it should be.
Have you ever been paid from that account?
Not sure. Not sure if payments have been made from that account. But
You're not
while-
sure?
Yeah.
Or are you paid your sitting allowances?
Sometimes in cash, sometimes through the accounts. They started paying with cash and then sometimes they were depositing the money in their accounts.
When you're paid in cash, do you sign a voucher? Or
Yes, we sign a schedule, just that we receive.
every time?
Yeah, every time we are paid.
How many times have you been paid cash?
It was 2 or 3 times, I think.
3 times.
Almost, yeah.
So you've been paid all your board sittings. You have been paid all of them.
No, we still have pending.
How many?
We have 2 meetings. So
2 meetings.
Yeah.
So out of the 6, you've been paid 4.
4, and the other ones for the subcommittees.
Do you think all of you have been paid the same, or there's those who have been paid less than others?
I think all the members are paid same apart from the chairman and the vice chair.
Why?
No idea.
Honorable Goyech?
I think, Chair, I am still shocked since we started this interrogation of the board members. I think, to be sincere, I think there should be a different way they should have shown their displeasure in the happenings there. But fair enough, you've been very sincere to us in this particular committee. Maybe just to ask, when it comes to budgeting,
Yes.
you were inaugurated in 2018 November.
Yes.
That means the entire budget of 2019-2020 for the municipality.
Yes.
You did approve it, you did the formative stages.
Yes.
What was the total budget of the municipality?
Came to around 188.
Yes?
188 million.
188 million.
Yes.
What was the development vote versus the...
I don't have those figures with me.
You don't have those figures?
Yes.
How did you approve a budget that you don't know the figures?
We approved the budget. There were figures, yes, but I don't have them with me here.
You don't have them?
Yeah.
In your approved plan that was sent to World Bank,
Yeah.
were there funds allocated to cater for scaling up the measures to be able to upgrade other major towns, including Nandils?
Yes.
How much was allocated to Nandils and for what purpose?
I think 5 million
For what purpose?
for upgrading their offices and what? It was just to do with the office and the staff.
Offices.
Yeah.
When it comes to development of EDEP,
Yes.
at what stage is the development of EDEP for Nandils?
No idea for now.
Lastly, you said as an individual you've gone around the projects currently ongoing. Why hasn't it come to your attention as board members to visit projects that are ongoing? Why has it not been your priority as a board to dedicate one
day.
meeting for the same?
Yeah. It has been our priority, but most of the time the facilitation is the problem. The board wants to be facilitated to go around the projects. But normally the facilitation has been taking long processes and we've not had even the time to do that as a group.
No more questions, Chair.
Chair,
Yes, Honorable Cynthia Quech.
Just,
Cynthia, sorry.
two very few questions. Ruth, you have talked about a project management committee.
Yes.
You have referred to it severally. Do you have any report in the position of the board in regards to a report done by the project management committee, of course, to the board? Or to whom does this project management committee answer to? Because ideally it should be the board. So do you have any report in regards to the project?
No.
You have none.
Yes.
Now, have you had an opportunity of looking at the IDP document?
Yeah, I saw it in a soft copy, but I have not. I went through it. Yeah, I've seen it.
So, in your own opinion, now that you have seen it, and you have gone through it a bit,
Yes.
and of course, I want to tie this to the fact that you said you did not approve the IDP document.
Yes.
Of course, for reasons, I think the reasons why you did not approve was drawn from the fact that you have gone through the document and you find some things not adding up really.
Yes.
So tell me something about this IDP that makes you not want to approve it at all.
The IDP, initially, we would have loved to approve the IDP, as it were, but there were some things that came up like they didn't follow the right procedures when doing the IDP itself. And then maybe the JAPA team also, they didn't have a physical plan or something of the sort. So we had sent it back to the technical team in the county to look into it and then at least assist us in the technical parts.
Do you have a report from the technical team that you asked to assist you in the technical part of the plan?
I've not seen the report personally, but I'm told it's there, but I've not seen it. I think it's the manager on this and the CEC.
Okay.
Myself, I've not seen it.
Now, you see, a woman's instincts are very serious instincts.
Yes.
What is that thing that tells you these JQuat enterprises do not have the capacity to do this particular plan?
The way they came in was somehow questionable because we wanted to do the advertisement of the consultancy and everything, but the way they came in, we were not so comfortable with the way they came in.
How did they come in?
Through the MOU that Waziri was talking about, that they had an MOU with JAPAT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, of course, with your not very comfortable with how they came in, you must have been keen to maybe just see the kind of people in terms of technical persons they have in this company. Did you see any planner?
I didn't see any plan.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Now, allow me to, Chair, to just say this,
Yes.
because it is not such a confirmed thing. You see, I am interested in this, the IDP, and for some reason I'm privy to some information. So there's information that there was a document belonging to a planner that was brought to the board to be able to back up the JQuat enterprises. Is that true?
Very true.
It is true. So there was some documents belonging to a certain planner that were brought trying to make the JQuat enterprises look like a consultancy that has all the required technical people.
Yeah, that is what they were saying. They had the planner, so they qualified for that job.
Who was that planner? Who?
I don't know the name of the planner, but they said they had one.
But he appeared before the board.
The planner didn't appear before us.
The report.
Papers did.
There?
The report by the said planner made its way to the board.
No.
That's what you said.
No.
Honorable Cynthia asked you that there was a report by a planner which was brought to be able to be appended or to be able to qualify the report by JQuat Enterprises.
So
No, Chair. Allow me to put it straight. There was documents or credentials of a planner that were brought. They were saying that this is part of the JQuat Enterprises technical team.
That was brought to us as the board.
No, that was brought to the municipality, of course, trying to back JQuat Enterprises, that it has a planner. But these documents were brought later.
Maybe they were brought later. I was not there when they brought them, but that is what they said. They have a planner.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just saying, not that we have the documents.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Honorable Cynthia, do you still have another question?
No, maybe just something about JQuat. You see, when you say JQuat, we always know that it is JQuat the institution.
Yes.
Is the JQuat we're talking about the institution or just JQuat in the name?
It is JQuat the institution.
JQuat the institution.
Yeah.
So it is the JQuat the institution that is actually or that was given the tender to do the IDP.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you ever see that document?
Which document, sir?
Talking about JQuat.
No.
You know, I have interest. I have to be very sincere. That JQuat is the university that I went to.
Yes.
I'm an alumni of JQuat. So are you talking about, there are two things, JQuat and there is JQuat Enterprises.
Yes.
Maybe, Chair, the question should be,
Yes.
how did you, because you have said JKUAT as an institution, how did you confirm that it is JKUAT the institution?
Yes.
How?
These people came from JKUAT. They call themselves JKUAT Enterprises Limited, and they come from JKUAT as an institution.
You are making two different statements in one. The JKUAT Enterprise Limited.
Yes.
That is JKUAT University.
They come from JKUAT University.
As students, staff, administrators.
No idea.
Fair enough. I think, honorable members, we would want to conclude, and I would ask you at this point, Ruth,
Yes.
what bedevils the board that it cannot work?
The blessings from the executive.
Sorry?
The blessings from the executive.
Blessings from the executive.
Yes. Because
Is it the blessings or is it the goodwill? The blessings come from God.
The goodwill and the blessings, all of them.
The blessings come from God and the elders.
And they can as well come from the executive.
So the goodwill.
The goodwill.
Which office more specifically?
Finance, mother department.
Finance and the mother department, that is devolution.
Yes.
What would be your recommendation to make this board or the municipality functional?
That they should be willing to let go the functions of the municipality and their resources.
Let go functions and resources.
Yes.
With the realization that now this board is dysfunctional, given an option, would you still want to serve in this board?
Yes, I would want to serve in the board as long as there's the goodwill.
Sorry?
I still want to serve.
If the lack of goodwill continues, what happens to the board? Mutaendelea tu.
Tabaki tu hapo hapo.
Fair enough. I think members, we've been able to hear from Member Ruth. I think at this point then we would wish to thank you for appearing before this committee. We will continue with this. If in case there is any need to call you back, we will invite you back. More specifically of interest is what you say that the board did not approve the IDEP, yes, and yet it is minuted that it is approved. So you might still have to come back on that. We thank you. You will be shown your way out by the Sergeant at Arms.
Thank you.